Hi all, this is Dr. Sage Breslin, and this is an early start to Wisdom Wednesdays. It's something I don't normally do to film the night before, but I was feeling pretty strongly about something I wanted to share. And so I thought, okay, we'll just film tonight and post in a few hours. So, I've been talking a lot about toxic narcissism and exposure and recovery to toxic narcissism. And, I try to talk about the things that are hot in people's mind, the things that everyone seems to worry about. And then there are some things that I think that people don't talk about. One is, it's like the dreaded topic of, what if I still want my ex? What if I want to go back? What if and I do speak to that. And some part of that is just Stockholm Syndrome. Like, it takes a while. As they say, it takes a minute, not only to walk away, but also to really come back to yourself, to a place where you realize that what that person meant to you was not what you thought and was rarely in your best interest. But what I wanted to share in this video is just the isolation, honestly, and what isolation does to a human, does to a person. And when you're with someone who really only ever has their best interest at heart, you're not even in that equation. Like, that's really hard. So when you opt to, or get the courage to, or bravery to get out, and you move away, walk away, get out, leave the job, leave the relationship, whatever it means to you, there is a sense of kind of not really even understanding what that all means and what that even means for the future. But there's another piece to the isolation. Isolation is in large part how perpetrators get what they want and make you small and manipulable, and, by kind of culling you from your flock, from isolating you from friends, family, colleagues, peers, resources. You become much more vulnerable because you don't have other people saying, don't do that, that's not good. No, that's not good that he's doing that, or she's doing that, or whatever. But you also don't just have the support of people saying, that's not you. What are you talking about? And you don't have people saying, hey, take a minute, get to therapy, go take time off, go get a massage, whatever, right? You don't have any of that. And that is always to the narcissist's advantage. But the other piece of isolation I would speak to is when you have finally gotten out, when you are on your own. And I know for me, I've been divorced for 10 and a half years. You catch the half, like every minute's important. And you wonder, like, God, what's wrong with her? Like, why is she still single? Yeah, okay. It's not because I don't want to date. It's not because I don't want to meet the love of my life. It's not because I don't want somebody in my life. But there is a huge guardedness to it all. There's a lot of fear and concern and anxiety about how well will I do, with someone new? Will I be able to set those boundaries? Will I be able to maintain them? Will my superpowers be intact? Will my X-ray vision for toxic narcissists and soul suckers be on par, right? Will I be able to take care of myself? Will I be able to not repeat what my experience has been? And I'm telling you right now, like, while I feel very strongly that I'm capable of doing that, certainly after almost 11 years, I have proven that I can put myself first. I can walk my talk. I can set those boundaries. But I'm here to represent that it can really be lonely. There's a part of that isolation in self-protection that, I don't know, sucks. And while I feel in my heart like I'm ready to be close with someone again, that I'm ready to try again, that I'm ready to be myself and be open and create that intimacy with another human being. This isolation, this self-protective isolation, there's both a sanctuary and a real curse to it, because I don't feel lonely very often, but the singularity of choosing to be separate, it can weigh on you. I know it has me. And I guess I'll just see where it leads. But I wanted to share with you tonight that, there is a level of isolation in the healing journey. There is a level of isolation that you don't want to repeat what the perpetrator's done, right? You don't want to just keep repeating being solo just because that's the way to protect yourself. And at the same time, there's some solace in that. This is going to be Wisdom Wednesdays. This is Dr. Sage Breslin, and coming to you with a full heart, but in a quiet isolation.